Yes, respected friends, welcome you all for this wonderful end hour of hours of trying to go through our most divine, authentic Shastras, Upanishads, to get well informed and inspired by our saints and sages regarding what should be the purpose of the life and how it has to be reached. We are studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad, fifth chapter. Shwethashwathara Rishi is again and again guiding us regarding the nature and glory of Paramatma Tattva, transcendentally Swarupa Lakshana, immanently the Tatastha Lakshana, and the endeavor of all gurus and saints in teaching us these Shastras is to pull our attention towards the truth, the substratum. Good we are studying, good we are getting information. May that information become our thorough knowledge, understanding. Then again, it is very subjective to become convinced about, to make that Paramatma Tattva as our goal and then work towards it. Lots of inner managements, adjustments, transcendences, acceptances are required for all that to happen. And again, all that depends on our understanding. So, to enhance our understanding, to deepen our understanding, to expand our understanding, here we are every day in the class to study, and beyond the class, to use our own abilities, our own discretion to think about. Friends, every day we are here in this way to invoke the grace of Parabrahma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Jagannatha Tattva, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, and Shastra Gana. And then the Loka Sevaka Adi, our Vyaktitvas. We want to understand and we want to keep on expanding, deepening ourselves in that. Every day we do some Veda chanting, some common sense thought, and also our Mangalacharana Shloka, Sankalpa, then Upanishad Mantra and Upanishad Adhyayana with Bhashyam. In today's Vedic chanting, we will do one Shanti Mantra Om Bhadram Karnevihi Niyama Devaha 3 times. That should be enough. Start. Om Bhadram Karnevihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatraha Sthirairangai Stuštuvagam Sastanovi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarksho arishthanemi Swasti no bruhaspatir Om Shanti 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 Om Bhadram Karnevi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatraha Sthirairangai Stuštuvagam Sastanovi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarksho arishthanemi Swasti no bruhaspatir Om Shanti 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 Om Bhadram Karnevihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatraha Sthirairangai Stuštuvagam Sastanovihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, in our today's common sense thought, two things. The first one is simple, that the worldly things, the samsara, the bhoga, the extrovertedness just happens naturally, effortlessly, because of our most of our life has been so in this life and also so many lives. And all the outer world also cooperates for that. And it is always easy because of another reason called as manufacturer's defect, that the faculties are always extroverted, as it is said in our Upanishad only. Paranchikani vetrunat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. It is easy for perceiving the worldly things, for analyzing them, understanding them, commenting on them, liking them, wanting them, working for them, being in touch with them, involving in them. It's no effort at all. And in that also, adding the raga dvesha. If we are not alert, the mind is always available with the freedom given to it, misusing it. It goes on projecting. All that is called Maya, samsara, it just happens for everyone easily. And what doesn't happen is our adhyatmika jivana by itself. It won't happen. Samsara happens by itself. The sadhana, we have to make it happen. Every aspect of sadhana, it won't happen by itself. We have to accept it. And we have to make it happen. That also we have to accept. And then, if we really want to live spiritual life, grow in spiritual life, then we have to take up that as a duty, as a responsibility, as a commitment. Absolutely direct, simple, and ambiguous is this. No, we don't want, we are happy in our being worldly. Most welcome. Nobody will insist us, nobody will force us. In fact, there's so many people to guide us in that regard, to inspire us in that regard. Even the Vedas also. Aina Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha, as we are seeing in Gita, one can find all inspiration, guidance for worldliness if one wants to stick to that. No, 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 we want spiritual, then everything is an effort, everything in struggle, everything is an initiative from every step. And systematic steps are what? In our humbleness, believing someone, if not as the Guru straight away, at least as a guide or a mentor, a person who knows better than us, who is spiritually what? As a mankar, jankar, going to some master, some Guru. From that first step onwards, and slowly either asking ourselves, particularly what we want to know, if we have thought of ourselves, or leaving it to Him with the clarity of question, please guide me. This is how in many of the Shastras. Some of the Shastras, the spiritual, the seeker directly asks the question. Kasminnu bhagavo vijnate sarvam vijnatam bhavati, like that. In many other texts, it will be the it is left to the Guru by asking Yat Sreya Syat Nishchitam Bruhi Tanme. So it is left to the Guru to guide in what is best. So in that, the Guru takes his time again to understand where do we stand, isn't it? It takes time for him to go through, understand. Then slowly, steadily, systematically, like having diagnosed the patient, how the doctor guides in all medication. So too, diagnosing our state of spiritual being or the being in us, the Guru start guiding us right from the step one. And then the one who are very clear in the heart, pure in the heart, disciplined in the heart, controlled in their faculties, for them, all these processes so simple like for a patient who is obedient with the doctor, sincere with his health, for him the treatment is so beautiful, so systematic, so quick. He comes out healthy fast. So to a sadhaka, when he is fully in tune with the Guru, his teachings and all, the growth happens very quickly. Wherever, whenever, in the disciple, most of the times, less times in the Guru. Any of the discrepancies, any of the disturbances, it delays the process. And these mind and Maya, when given chance, if you are not aware of their ways and means, it can even take us away from the path for one day, 1 year, one life, for tens of lives also. Losing Shraddha in the Adhyatmikata, losing Shraddha in the Guru, losing in Shraddha in the sadhana, or overwhelmed by, overpowered by the worldliness. So many of the things time and again come and attack and loot us or plunder us or kidnap us or take us away from the path and sadhana. This happens to all. So just minding all of them, accepting that yes, it is tough, to receive, to maintain, to sustain the knowledge in us, and to be inspired by us, to have the clarity of step by step sadhanas, walking them, ये सारा मेहनत की बात है बट असंभव नहीं है. It's not impossible, one can make it possible. And in today's world, people are luckily intelligent and they think so also that with little of intellect and efforts applied, with so many conveniences that are there. Of course, in spirituality, no outer conveniences will help. It's all subjective. It's all together a different path, same for everyone in the past, in the present, and future. It has nothing to do with the outer things. Outer things give some comforts to the body, etc. That's okay. But the inner sadhana तो पहले जो था अब भी वही है quietening the faculties, purifying them, pulling them away from the world and putting them towards the reality. It's all the time same. But nowadays it's more difficult because the variety of distractions are more. And the world of people are also more, who are non-spiritual, who are worldly. So today's first thought, as we have seen, is the difficulty in spirituality. We have to accept, and if you want, go through it. If you don't want, leave it. Continue your world of karma phala, it goes on. Second common sense thought today is what? Little higher. Purely spiritual common sense thought. What is it is? One of the most beautiful life, obviously, is life of peace, life of joy. And one of the ways this joy, peace can be discovered and maintained always is by removing one of the biggest of the difficulties, problems from our bosom. One of the toughest thing, and the toughest thing is fear. 2 days back also we talked on this topic, but that was in a different context, in a different angle. कि क्या क्या भय होने से हम साधना कर सकते हैं वगैरह. Today is also same topic, fear, but in a different way. That fear is the one which gives us misery. And if fear is removed, our heart is so relaxed, we can enjoy life. A fearless life. Abhaya Jivanam also is one of the most beautiful way of discovering the happiness, bliss in us. How to discover this fearlessness is, first of all, know from which sources the fear comes. है ना? Only two sources are there from where we get fear. One source is the outer world of things and beings. Second source is our own selves. Only these two are the source. There is no third source. है ना? What is that outer world of things and beings? Technically, they are called as अनात्मा, है ना, शास्त्रीय भाषा में. तो अनात्मा से हमें भय होता है, isn't it? अनात्मा से भय होता है. उसका सॉल्यूशन क्या है? अनात्मा इज एनीथिंग और द बीइंग आउटर अदर देन अस. The only way is what? Which is difficult to practice. Very, very easy to say. And it is easy for us to say more. What is it? Ki, find all your spiritual techniques and knowledges, etc. Use them and find this fact, which is not impossible but not easy also. Realize this fact that in this world, the anatma, because of which we are afraid, we are frightened. ऐसा अनात्मा नामक कोई चीज है ही नहीं. This is the way, and this is the only way to get freed from fear coming from the not self. Deep in the recesses of our heart, this information, this knowledge, this wisdom has to permeate, percolate, and it should make us feel truly, and it's a fact too, there is nobody other than me. Intellectualize करोगे तो anybody whom we see are seen through our senses in our own heart, in our own mind. जैसे who are you, where are you? You are in my own mind through my own senses. My thought only you are. There's nobody as you other than my thought. Isn't it? One way. The higher way is what? There's nobody as somebody individual entity in this world. All of them are expression of that one reality. Be attentive. All of them are expression of that one truth, one reality only. And that reality is me. Therefore, all are my own expression. Therefore, all are the self. Therefore, there's nobody as not self, of whom we have to be afraid of, deep in the heart. And at the empirical level, at the Vyavahara level, at the Upadhi level, the Upadhi Sthai Sambandha, whatever are there. Somebody may be very elder to us, seniors to us, parents to us, respectable people to us. Some are equivalent to us, some are lower to us. At the Bhautika level, that Vyavahara is okay. In that, when we are selfless, when we are clear about our duties, when we keep performing them, when we don't expect or insist, at that gross level, all fears are gone. Tell you, very, very important. समझना है अगर समझ सके तो. तत्व दृष्टि से सर्वम आत्मा एव. There is nobody as not self. Develop this knowledge, deepen it. As an animals, as the birds, or the plants, or sun, moon, or stars, or the other fellow human beings, ये सारा तत्व दृष्टि से वन तत्व, आत्मा भाव कहते हैं उसको, and one tattva is we. Therefore, just slowly, though this appears to be in the beginning tough to digest, sometimes ridiculous, sometimes laughable, ऐसे कैसे हो सकते हैं स्वामी जी, वो भी मैं भी एक ही हूँ. हाँ, स्थूल दृष्टि से if you look at, you may not understand. But there is nobody without being that self only as substratum or the reality. One reality के ऊपर सब सुपर इम्पोज्ड है. तो वो दृष्टि डेवलप करते हुए within me, that anatma bhava with the world I have to reduce. सब एक ही आत्मा परमात्मा वस्तु है. The more we do that, that fears go away with anybody. Another aspect is outside. In the Vyavahara, when we are disciplined, when we are well controlled, then also there is no fear. This is the anatma bhaya removed by realizing that there is nothing called as anatma. Then the Atma Bhaya, the fear comes from myself. What are the fears that come to me from myself? The fear of death or deceptions. Fear of miseries. Here also, when we, through the study of Upanishads, when we slowly come to understand and accept the truth, that we are not these faculties, we are somebody beyond. And that's infinite also, and in that there are no any sort of limitations. In the finitude, there is fear. I am infinite, there is no fear. In limitations, there are fears. When it is discovered that I am beyond the limits of Desha and Kala and Vastu, then also the fear goes away. It's a permanent solution, not a temporary. And it works wonders, and we have to make it happen. In fact, the purpose of all our being together every day in studying the Shastras is this one. As much we are able to make it possible, so much it is wonderful. Think little more. Slowly it will happen to us. It will click to us when we are regular, serious, sincere in our Shastra Shravanadhyanam. All these knowledges have to dawn in every one of us. There's no doubt. Thank God we are human beings. Thank God we are in Bharata. Thank God we are in Sanatana Dharma. Thank God we are in the guidance of the masters, gurus. And we also have that good heart to surrender to them. And there we take the support of Shastra Jnanam. इतने सारे अच्छे चीजें हम कर रहे हैं तो अवश्य ही ये ज्ञान आएगा, स्वीकृत होगा, उसका अभ्यास होगा, उसका फल हम देख सकते हैं. Life is so joyfully lived without any fears and inhibitions. Must. That should be enough today for the common sense thought. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yerime Gurubihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana. Om Shruti Smriti Puranana. Om Sukrute Dikrute Bahudha Bhavato. Om Brahmanandam Parama Sukhadam. Parabrahmane Shruti Matre. Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharyebhyo. ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः. Straight away we'll take up the 5th chapter. Chant first 2-3 mantras पारायण के लिए. ओम द्वे अक्षरे ब्रह्म परे त्वनन्ते विद्या विद्ये निहिते यत्र गूढे क्षरं त्वविद्या हि अमृतं त्वविद्या विद्या विद्ये ईशते यस्तु सोऽन्यः यो योनिं योनिमधितिष्ठत्येकः विश्वानि रूपाणि योनिश्च सर्वाः ऋषिं प्रसूतं कपिलं यस्तमग्रे ज्ञानैर्बिभर्ति जायमानं च पश्येत् एकैकं जालं बहुधा विकुर्वन् अस्मिन् क्षेत्रे संहरत्येष देवः भूयः सृष्ट्वा पतयस्तथेशः सर्वाधिपत्यं कुरुते महात्मा सर्वादिश ऊर्ध्वमधश्च तिर्यक प्रकाशयन् भ्राजते यद्वनड्वान् एवं स देवो भगवान् वरेण्यः योनिस्वभावान् अतितिष्ठत्येकः. This mantra we have done. The Parayanam we also have done the study word by word. You have to study with the Bhashyam. In our general life, with all upadhis, we see what is seen, the world of all names and forms, which are said to be the projections on the reality. In Shastras, in Vedanta, we are taught to focus on the substratum. It is inner intellectual understanding more than the outer perception of the senses or feeling of the mind. वेदांत का अर्थ अधिष्ठान को देखना, अधिष्ठान को ढूंढना, अधिष्ठान को पकड़ना. That's what we are trained and taught. Like what is seen, who is seeing? So to what is seen and on whom that seen is projected. That's how the discussion. Here, one facet, one glory of that Paramatma Tattva, or one way of expressing the glory of the Paramatma Tattva. And it clicks, it's always vague. वेदांत ना जब तक पकड़ में नहीं आता तब तक पकड़ में नहीं आता. जब आ गया पकड़ में तो आ गया पकड़. That's the beauty of it. So till we catch it, we have to pursue. And in that pursuing, lot of tests are done and lot of required preparation is given to us, training is given to us. Like in any field of the world, to do any work, that's sufficient required preparation and training is required. In army person, a soldier, just like that, nobody can just walk in and say, "I banta." So many ways he'll have to be trained. He'll have to be matured. Then he will be given it. Vedanta also, anek prakar se we are trained. Then while learning, the training is given, and training is given, and the learning also done. Learning of the jnana. So here, in continuation of the last three mantras, where the sublime truths presence, we are guided to recognize. He is like this. Focus on him. So the mantra was Sarvadishaha, all directions. Urdhvam, above. Adhacha, below. Tiryak, the horizontal. Prakashayan, illuminating all of that. Bhrajate, in its own self-effulgency, is that Paramatma Tattva. In examples are Yadu Anadvan. Yadu Anadvan, Yad Anadvan, Yad Anadvan. Anadvan is Bhagavan Surya. Surya is the example. All directions he is illuminating in his own self-effulgence. Feel that example, then there is some faculty in us, some state of being in us, which also is exactly like Bhagavan Surya. Swayam Prakasha, and then he is illuminating all directions like he is illuminating. In our case, the direction means the functionings of all faculties. Somebody is there who is Prakashayan Bhrajate. Even in this way, that Paramatma has to be discovered. Saha Devaha, Saha Bhagavana, Saha Varenyaha. So his glory is being told here. The respect, reverence about him in our hearts is created. Because he is the one who is illuminating all directions. Because of which all Vyavaharika functions are happening. If he is not there, nothing would have happened. Then should we not respect? This is how we in Sanatana Dharma are trained to respect all Panchamahabhutas. Because without them we cannot. Why we do Namaskar to Surya? Because वो आते तभी जाकर रोशनी होती है. We are doing work. Why do we worship the rivers? Without water we can't live. Why वायु भगवान, उनके बिना तो एक मिनट भी जी नहीं सकते. Why पृथ्वी माता? Where do you stand if she is not there? Isn't it? Why the Varuna Deva? अब बरखा नहीं होती तो खाना नहीं होता. In the same way, he is respected, revered, because of him only all things are happening. One of the thing is Prakashayan Brajate. Therefore, Sadevaha, so Bhagavan, and the beautiful thing is so Varenya. And in this way is the meaning when you study in all Shastras that he is the Adhisthana. Yonis Svabhavan Adhitishtat. And while doing this, being an Adhisthana of all the yonis and all Svabhavas, he is one without second. Within us, when we just go beyond what is seen into who is seeing, or how is it seen, then that subtlety, that subtle self can be apprehended. First of all, what is the self like? Two, how that self is to be comprehended, apprehended. Having known these two, when we try with that calm and quiet and antarmukhi mana, we will be able to catch it. समझने में टाइम लगता है. ठीक है, तो देते जाओ टाइम, जरूरत है उसका देना, फिर बात समझ में आ जाएगा. But this mantra, one by one word, let us see through Bhashyam and see how much we can grasp. Sarvadisha iti. Bhashyakara says, I am commenting on this mantra, which starts with Sarvadisha. Sun lo. Yes, sir. We are ready. Please guide us. The guidance starts. Sarvadisha. All directions. Which are the directions? Pratyadyaha. So, Prachya, Pratichi, Udichi, and Dakshina. East, West, North, South. All four directions. Prachyaha Disha. Sarvadisha means all four directions. If the sun is rising from that side, the eastern, the western, the northern, the southern. All directions. Disha. And as we saw yesterday, when we become aware of the direction, either through the eyes or through the mind, everything en route or in the direction, all of them also are illuminated by that conscious self only. So, Sarvadishaha Prachadyah Dishaha. Next one, Urdhvam. Urdhvam is Upanishad, the above. Then Aparishtad means Adhaschad. Urdhvam, Upar, then Uparishtad, then Adhascha means Adhastat, the below. ऊपर देखेंगे नीचे भी, अधस्तात. Then Tiryakcha, the horizontal direction. From here to here, you see. Tiryak, which are there in front of us in the horizontal form. Then Tiryakcha means Parshvadishcha, Parshvadishascha. Tiryak means the left and right, what we call of them. East, west, north, south is one way of seeing them. North, east, north, west, south, east, south way, other way. Up and below, the other way. Left and right. These are the ways we use the language about what we perceive or see. So all of them prakashayan, illuminating. How it is illuminating? Swatma Chaitanya Jyotisha. Swa, one's own. So Atma, one's own self. So Atma Chaitanya. So Atma eva Chaitanya. Chaitanya eva Atma. And that Chaitanya Atma is, Chaitanya itself means Jyotisha. Jyoti means light. With that, the light of the self. Swatma Chaitanya Jyotisha Prakashate. Bhrajate Deepyate. He is illuminating all of them and he himself self-illuminated. Prakashate, Bhrajate, Deepyate. Jyotisha yadu anadvan yadvad iti artha. Yadu anadvan means yadvad anadvan iti artha. Like the anadvan, who is the one self-effulgent as well as illuminating. Therefore, here the training given to us to realize the self is the drushya adrashta or the prakashya prakashaka. Prakashya means illuminated. Prakashaka illuminator. इनके रोशनी में इन सब का दर्शन हो रहा है. दिस इज द पॉइंट. दैट्स इट. All directions include in desha only all vastus are there. No, और जिस किसी भी दिशा में आप देख रहे हो वहां जो कुछ भी दिख रहा है उसको कौन प्रकाशित कर रहा है? दैट इज परमा. Illuminator, not illumined. Focus on the illuminator is. And see, as it is said just 5 minutes back, if it clicks to us, it is so obvious, so conspicuous, that in the presence of that sublime light alone is everything aware. Little more subtler, that light is self-effulgent. There's nobody to illuminate it. It's continuously illuminated. It is there as an illumination, even in the absence of all dishas, etc., like in sleep. And when we become a little subtler, we discover that that light cannot be other than me. This is how, through the prakashya prakashaka sambandha, we are guided to discover the self. Yes, yatha anadvan adityaha. Just like the anadvan, the Aditya Surya, what is he doing? Jagat Chakra Avabhasane Yuktaha. Jagat Chakra Avabhasane Yukta. He is endowed always in the Avabhasana, the illumination of the Jagat Chakra. चक्र क्यों? क्योंकि ईस्ट वेस्ट नॉर्थ से जैसे कोई व्हील होता है, in that all directions we talk about, the entire Jagat Chakra, Lord Surya is the one who is the Avabhasaka. Here Chakra means all directional space. He is as if in the center, in the hub, and the whole universe is like a Chakra, and he is the one who is Avabhasate, illuminating the Anadvan. So the pure consciousness also in the center, as if, not that it is center, he is everywhere, but for our concentration, for our understanding, he is in the center like Surya, to the entire Jagat of all our perceptions, which are said here in the form of various directions. And like the Surya is illuminating all of them, the consciousness is illuminating, the self is illuminating all the directions. Focus on him. So, क्या illuminated हो रहा है उससे दृष्टि हटाकर कौन illuminate कर रहा है उस पे रखो, then we will be able to understand all what Upanishads are talking about the reality. Keep doing it. Suddenly एक दिन में आप दिखा दो, हमको समझ में नहीं आ रहा, आप जो बोल रहे हो पूरा करने, ऐसा ही होता है. You have to have your patience, you have to have your own contemplation thinking for getting clarity. No guru can give that clarity beyond this. We have to find that clarity by quietening our faculties and focusing on it. We will be able to understand. Then Sadevaha, Dyotana Svabhavaha, Bhagavana, Aishwaryadi Samanvitaha, Varenyaha, Varaniyaha, Sambhajaniyaha. So in this way, very respectful words are used to indicate that he is, because of these reasons, worthy of respect by us. And also, योनिः कारणं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः स्वभावान् स्वात्मभूतान् पृथिव्यादीन् आत्मभावान् अथवा कारणस्वभावान् कारणभूतान् पृथिव्यादीन् अधितिष्ठति नियमयति एकः अद्वितीयः परमात्मा. So this sentence, a big one, the third and fourth line of this mantra talks about the other aspect, that he as a satta supports them also, and he as the chitta illuminates also. ऑल द वेदांत ही है, सबका सबस्ट्रेटम सत है, सत हैज टू बी चित्त, सत्य चित्त मैं हूं। बस इसी में ये पकड़ में आने तक वी हैव टू कीप ऑन थिंकिंग, कॉन्टेम्पलेटिंग ऑन दैट। सो देवः, देन he is also Bhagavan, then he is also called as Varenya. What is the beautiful meaning of these things? We'll see them when we meet again. We'll stop here. Om 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 Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, friends.